So, after a bit of rest, I have come to a conclusion that I will actually keep my chain shirt. As you can see, I've already adjusted the sleeves to be closer to the actual arms. This way they won't catch onto the cloak and, well, snag my arm when swinging a weapon. That'd be very bad. So, as much of a financial debacle as it is, I will sell my breastplate +1. And here are the reasons why. The breastplate +1 would give me 2 additional armor. That is true. But it would also come with a -3 parry penalty. Now, granted, I haven't used parry yet. I'm fully aware of this. However, I prefer to have the chain shirt. It is lighter, and in my opinion, more maneuverable. So I'm going to stick with it. I've also given thought to changing out my bow for darts. Darts are significantly lighter and take up significantly less space, but the bow can provide more damage. And while I don't rely on the bow for damage, it would still be nice to have a reliable source of ranged damage. Although I don't intend to use it constantly, it would still be great to have it for just in case. So with that out of the way, I will head to Ferran, I think, and sell various goods to him. Well, really just the breastplate, and I might sell the Potion of Aid for a Potion of Healing, but I don't know. The Potion of Aid is actually quite interesting. Hello, good sir.
Hey, what?
A fair night to you, Rayle. Is that something I can do for you? Well, let's see what you have in stock here. I will sell you this. Potion, what you got for me? Eagle Splendor, Owl's Wisdom, Restoration, Antidote, Barkskin. Now, you know, Barkskin's not too bad, actually. It'll give me a +4 armor class, which could be incredibly valuable given the situation. Oh, wow, look at all of these druidic and shamanistic spells. Spike Growth, Quill Fire, one with the land Blood Frenzy, level 2 druid. Basically Barbarian Rage, but for druids. Yes, fascinating magics. However, that's not what I'm here for. Do I want a potion of Barkskin? I think I do. I'll sell a potion of Cure Light Wounds, and I will purchase Barkskin. There we are. I think I'm happy with this. Anything else? No fancy rings. Weaponry? A longbow, but I prefer my short bow. Gloves? Boots? No. Very well. Let me be off. And as a little bit of a vacation, if you will, I have just recovered an ancient evil lich's hand for Ayala and the Harpers. So why not deal with more local problems? Let's see if Hilltop needs any help. Why not? This is the community hall. Oh, what's over here? An altar to Ilmater. Ah, the god of mercy. Best friends with Tyr and Torm, as I recall. Guilford, the local priest of Ilmater, looks exhausted. He moves more slowly than you remember him ever moving.
Hello.
Ah, my back hurts from all the bending and healing I have done this day. Not that I would complain, mind you. Servants of Ilmater never complain. It is part of the canon. Greetings to you, Rayle. How may the servant of Ilmater assist you? Let me see your goods there, fellow cleric. You have various, well, divine and also monastic equipment, which I have no need for, but they are very interesting. Ooh. Heart of Neely. It is said that when the Battle of the Bridge was fought in the High Forest, a nymph fell in love with a warrior. When the warrior was wounded on the battlefield, the nymph came to him and drew her heart from her chest. She placed it in the soldier's hand, and it turned into this gem. The nymph disappeared, but the soldier kept the gem as a treasure, passed it down through generations of his family. Curious. It has 3 uses of cure moderate wounds. Most interesting. So for 214 gold, it would cost more than if I simply bought 3 potions of cure moderate wounds. But this is no potion, this is merely a small gem. I think that is well worth it as a last resort healing. And a fascinating artifact. And holy water. A vial of holy water will cause 2d4 points of damage to any undead splashed by it. Classic. That is all for now, though. Anything else? Ah, some injured here. Very good. And for you? Can't see people idly, be injured if I can help it. And you must be the mayor. Mayor Ferran Shuttlescombe. This is Mayor Ferran, although you have never seen him drunk before. He appears to be far gone in his cups at this point. And you are? Hanaya Dales. Hanaya is a half-elf who came to Hilltop only a short time ago. Her assistance to the mayor has led to improvements in the town. She has always been very friendly to you and the other students. Very well. I'll speak to her then, because if the mayor is as drunk as he appears, he may not be very informative.
Well, hello there.
Rayle, it is good to see you. I was about to send someone down to check on everyone at Master Drogon's place. I'm afraid events are far out of hand around here. Hanaya, did I ever tell you how helpful you are? You're the best, Hanaya. Simply the best. Thank you, sir. You are a very good boss, too. So, is he drunk? I found the mayor this way in his home after the kobold attack. He was hiding in his cellar with 2 empty wine bottles beside him. I think the stress of the attack was simply too much for him, and he lost control. I just hope that he will be better when he sobers up. I know it frightens me. Luckily, I was here, and there were enough local farmers and townsfolk to hold the kobolds off. They mostly just ran past when they saw how many there were in here. So is everyone at the school alright? Well, there was something I couldn't handle. However, Drogon's been poisoned, but he will be fine. Oh, not Master Drogon. I can hardly afford to lose him. I was desperately hoping that he could help me deal with all of the problems that have cropped up after the attack. Oh, I suppose that sounds awfully selfish of me. But I have only been here a short time, and now the mayor is completely useless. And Naya's been like a daughter to me. I tell you, Rayle, no better than a daughter. So, Rayle, good to see you. When did you get here? Oh, Rayle, what do I do? Well, Hanaya, I have some free time at the moment, so I am here to help you. Thank goodness you are still well, Rayle. I know Master Drogon holds you in high esteem, and you have always been kind to me since I came to Hilltop. The biggest problem right now is with Piper. Small surprise there. He has always claimed to have prophetic abilities, but now people are beginning to listen. Oh, that crazy doomsayer I keep walking by? A couple days ago, Piper claimed that death would be coming in the dark, and that only the chosen would survive. An old farmer, Hol Halstrom, called him an idiot, and Piper claimed he'd be dead within the week. Let me guess, Hol was killed by the kobolds and Piper took advantage of it. Hol's body was found near the edge of the village, with his throat slit so deep, his head was barely attached to his body. Piper has a number of people convinced that the kobolds are just messengers for a new, powerful god. I stopped listening to him at that point. Piper is spreading panic and chaos in our village. Something we can ill afford if we are to rebuild and possibly fortify our defenses. Well, very well then, I will speak to this Piper fool for you. Would you really, Rayle? That would be such a relief. I'm not asking you to hurt him or anything like that, but if he would just stop or go away, it would make my job much simpler. Very well then, I have a new task. Let's go get rid of this doomsayer. I don't much like their attitude around my city. Well, village. Still, population of about 20, you know? That's pretty good, right? Anyways. Piper has always been a little strange, making prophecies that never seem to come true. He spends a lot of time annoying the local guards and the mayor. Despite that, he has always been a harmless nuisance, and most people ignore him completely.
What? Hello?
And in the 8th hour of the 3rd night, death came in the dark and left a swath of unbelievers to rot to the ground. It was a message, a portent of the new god who comes to the land. For the unbelievers, he will come as a dark giant with fiery eyes and unending thirst for blood. But for those who believe, he shall be the gentle cowherd who protects his followers. I don't want to die. I shall follow this new god. What is his name? It has not been revealed to me as of yet, but follow me and do as I say, and the god who arises shall look on you favorably. What lies you spread? I will listen to no more of your foolishness, Piper. Then damnation be upon your head, fool woman. You will be dealt in the week. This much the new god has shown me. Even you, Rayle, shall have to choose. Will you doom yourself and die like Farmer Hole, or will you repent of your ways and follow me? Piper, quiet up. I need to speak to you in private, on behalf of the mayor. There is nothing that godless old fool could have to say to me that my followers cannot also hear. Go on then, make your threats. Do not forget the fate of those who mock me. Forget not the death of Holhastrom. Push me, shove me, kick me, and beat me. I shall rise again, stronger than ever, to proclaim the coming of the new god. Try to drive the truth from this village at the peril of your own soul. I think you've been confused by the kobold attack. I have explained how the kobolds have come as a warning to the fools on the path of darkness. You were the ones confused. Those who are on the path of darkness? You mean Hole? Piper, look. Hole died because he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Pure bad luck. Nay! The new god directed that weapon and struck down the one who displeased his prophet. It was a deliberate act. I was the one who found Hole's corpse. The neck was nearly severed and there were many wounds on his body. The new god must have hated him. Really? And that shall be the most certain outcome of those who fount a disbelief in the new god. Repent or be destroyed. Curious, why was he beat up and then neck slit? Granted, kobolds aren't martial experts, but they have some skill. Better than these people at least, so quite strange. Did any of the other corpses have those wounds? No, only Hole. He was the target of the new god's vengeance. All of the new god's enemies shall perish at his coming. Only the wisest and most fortunate will be brought into his kingdom, which shall last for all eternity. Tell us what truly happened, old man. I didn't kill him. It wasn't me, I swear. I only found his corpse and messed up a bit, I promise. You defiled Hole's corpse? He was my friend. I can't believe this. You disgust me. I think I'd better go apologize to Hole's widow and see how she is doing. We should all do that. Piper, you are filth. No one will ever believe your lies again. Gone! No! They will hurt me. Yes, they will hurt me. I must leave. Run, run, run. Blast you, Rayle. I shall not forgive you for this. Get out of here, you old senile bastard. Alright. Let us go speak to Hanai and let her know that her doom prophet is gone. There she is. These two are doing alright, it seems.
Well, hello there.
Oh, you are back. Does this mean that friend Piper is willing to settle down or go away? And now, Piper is no longer a problem. I'm impressed. I was wondering if anyone had the patience to deal with him. Here is your reward. When Hull's widow heard that you were going to quiet Piper, she gave me an extra 10 gold to add to it. You are definitely deserving of it. So I got 60 gold pieces and 200 experience. Quite nice. Well, I must be off. Goodbye. Farewell, Rayle. One good deed begets another, I think. Kindness is like a water canteen. What one puts in, another takes out. Sharing for all. A good rule to live by, I think. Oh! I nearly forgot about the fortune cards. I suspect the Halflings are the normal owners. So we'll see. Couple Halflings in red, huh? Excuse me. Sir? Don't mind him. My brother don't talk much, especially not today with all the fighting and such. Very well. What about you then?
Yes? Hello?
Oh there, biggin. Careful to watch where you step, as there's halflings about. We tend to get underfoot, so you biggins keep telling me. Oh, very well. May I ask your name? The name's Ferran. That's my brother Bergen. He doesn't talk much. Well, Ferran, do you mind if I ask you some questions? You're probably better off talking to Katarina. Or no, wait. What's her name? Katriana. She heads the caravan, you know. But, you can ask whatever you like. Well, I would ask what happened here, but it's pretty obvious. Kobolds attacked. They fended them off, but they did have some... not casualties, but injuries. So this is a halfling caravan then? It's not that unusual. It's no different than any other caravan that comes through here, I bet. Well, okay, it's probably smarter, that's true. Oh, well, Ferran, do you mind me asking where you're heading next? East, I think. Across the Anorak Desert. But it's not until everyone's here properly, I think. Oh, very well, I've got to go then. Alright, fare you well, biggin. And who are you? One clad in black.
Pleased to see you.
Why, hello there. I don't suppose you've a run-tipped cigar on you by chance? Unfortunately, no. Can't say that I do. Ah, well, I grew attached to them and on, you see. Never recently run out. Too bad. Grey days ahead, I suppose. Pardon my manner, sir, but I am called Torius. And you are? Well, I am Rayle Entair, apprentice to Master Drogan. Then I'm very pleased to meet you, Rayle. Apparently all halflings sound the same in my head. Is there something that Torius might do for you today? Well, can I ask you a few questions? Well, I'd gladly answer your questions, dear man, but I'm sure that Katriana would have my hide. I have to be on the watch for kobolds, you see. Then, one question then. Does this caravan sell anything? Well, Katriana would tell you that no, it doesn't. At least not at the moment. We came to Hilltop to stock up, and the kobolds made off with a lot. At least they made off with a lot of public goods. We have some private goods, if you know what I mean. Black market stuff. Oh, you mean illegal goods? Not necessarily, no. Just goods that might appeal to those of a more subtle nature. The workings to build traps, tools, those sorts of things. I'm interested then. Let me see what you have. Certainly. Give me more to find out what I have. What is that? Chain of Stealth. The Star of Kimbar was a magical jewel guarded by 20 crossbowmen at all times in the royal palace of Kimbar. A few years ago, a thief snuck in and stole the jewel in a daring raid. Before he was executed, the head guard claimed that he saw a dark shadow moving near the jewel's case. But when he fired his crossbow, the bolt bounced off like it had hit a wall. The ricochet never made a sound. So it's chainmail. Ah, but it gives a +6 bonus to hide and move silently. Fascinating. Also sell interesting stuff. Ah, and poisoned ammunition. Very interesting. various potions. Ooh. Some gemstones, thieves' tools, some bardic instruments. Ah, caltrops. Classic favorites. Caltrops resemble large metal jacks with sharpened points rather than balls on the ends of their arms. They can be thrown to cover a small area of effect. For every round that a person is standing on the field of caltrops, they take 1 point of damage. 1 pouch of caltrops can do a total of 25 points of damage. Indeed, a classic favorite. What do we have here? Choking powder. Choking powder is made from various herbs and causes uncontrollable coughing fits. A pouch of choking powder can create a small, stinking cloud that will last for 5 rounds. The cloud forces anyone within it to make a fortitude save or become dazed. You know what? Let's buy 1 set of caltrops and 1 choking powder. Let's play with grenades, shall we? These just sound incredibly useful, especially together. Throw a set of caltrops, throw some choking powder so they can't get out of it because they're dazed. Thank you, Torius. I may come back to you. And, Katriana, I believe.
You again. Did you forget to ask something the first time?
Well, kind of. Are these cards yours? How did you... No, never mind. Obviously you took them from those kobold thieves themselves. I hope you give them what they deserved. Well, I cracked their skull in half. Does that count? Those cards are indeed... Dashnayas? Out of everything the kobolds took from us, these are all we really wanted returned. I'm sure Dashnaya would be grateful to have them back. Here, this is the key to her wagon. If you're lucky, perhaps she'll give you a free reading. Which one is her wagon? Right behind me. Dashnaya hasn't been in the mood to come out since the attack. This should cheer her right up. I'll go to her now then. Good. Thank you again for this. Perhaps you big folk aren't so terrible after all. Yeah, I'll prove it too. I'll help heal your men. I know you refused earlier, but well, now I'm insisting. So I will heal your men whether you like it or not. Now, if I use a Cure Light, it'll use up my magical weapon. So I will instead. Can I give him a potion? No. I'll use the healer's kit then. There we are. There you go. You may hate me later, Katriana. I believe this is the one she was referring to. Indeed so. There she is, Dashnaya. This halfling has a wisdom in her eyes that speaks of one who sees more than most. Hello there, Madam Halfling.
'Tis a pleasure to speak with you.
Yes, what is it? What does one of the large folks stumble into Dashnaya's little wagon for, well, lady, I have your cards right here. Oh, so you do. So you do. So it's you after all, is it? I should have recognized you for who you are. Well, well, it's done. I suppose you'll be wanting a reward for the returning of my cards, Yes? What shall it be? What does the human man wish? In truth, I need no reward. The cards are yours to begin with. I merely accidentally got them back for you, in truth. Such a sweet boy you are. Thank you most kindly. Are you sure you will not allow me to do a brief reading for you, free of charge? A reading to my future. Well, hopefully it's a good fortune. Very well. Let's see what you can tell me. Good, good. Allow Dashnaya to prepare, dear boy, and we shall see what the future holds, eh? Whoa. Most interesting. Dashnaya sees a long road ahead of you, fraught with perils. Something valuable has been stolen, and you seek to find it. It lies in the hands of one who hides in a village to the east. But this one is not of that village. Frightened is he, frightened and weak. He will ask your help, dear boy, and you must not refuse it should you wish to gain what was stolen. And you must gain it back. It is most dangerous, more than anything else that was taken. It must not fall into her hands. Of what was taken? Village? Whose hands? I know not. I cannot look upon the face of the one who seeks what you seek, and I do not know why. The future is closed. That is all I can say, except that finding what you seek is only the beginning. Be wary, young one, be wary. Well, quite curious. Things to ponder. Thank you, Dishnea. Dishnea sees less than she would like, but often more than she should. I can only hope my pitiful skill has offered you some insight. Now I tire. You have my thanks, and we are quits. Dishnea would go to bed, and you have an adventure before you. I hope the future finds you well. Most curious. I assume the village is referred to as Blumberg to the east. One who is frightened and is not of the village. And of all that was stolen, it's the most important fall into her hands. Well, very well. What of you then? Zaran. The stranger appears to be wearing the garb of the infamous Red Wizards of Thay. Ah, Thavians. Elitists who value magic and power over life. They have no problem torturing and committing slavery. Basically on a whim if it will get them a couple coins.
Salutations.
An ill wind accompanies this ill-fated day. And does this blasted cold ever end? How can civilization possibly exist in such a tormented landscape? And, who are you to complain of the weather? My name is Zarin, and I am a wizard of Thay. And quite honestly, if that mission is not enough to make you want to turn around and walk away, then I would say we are off to a great start. And, what is a red wizard doing in Hilltop? Straight to business, then. Well, that is a better attitude than I have been met with so far. My good mistress, Lady Demetrius Flass, Tharchan of Eltabar, has been working very hard to end the strife within Thay, as well as the costly and detrimental wars between Thay and her neighbors. Go on, tell me more. Please don't mistake her goals for being altruistic. Thavians crave two main things in life, gold and power. Part of her new plan is to show the other rulers of our country how much how much can be gained through peace. Thay has begun to set up magical enclaves in cities throughout Faerun. These enclaves sell magical items of various sorts to anyone with sufficient gold. So far, the enclaves have been very successful, and Lady Flass has gained much prestige. So then why would you come to such a small village as Hilltop? We are not even close to major cities. You must understand that we only set up normally near large cities, where commerce is strong and profits are high. Unfortunately, we have had a very difficult time getting permission from the local lords and rulers in the northwest. I'm afraid our reputation precedes us. Your mayor is short-sighted and refused to allow me to set up an enclave in Hilltop. Our goal was to prove our worth here in the Silver Marshes, and expand once trust is earned. As one of Drogon's students, you command some respect around here. I'd hoped you might be willing to convince the mayor that my presence could only be a benefit here. Enclave, huh? I would ask you some questions. Of course. Information is power. I will tell you what I can so that you may judge us fairly. Don't the Red Wizards usually travel with slaves in tow? That is often the case, and yet we have found that our practice of slavery is not accepted in this part of the world, and so I left my slaves behind and came here using magic to teleport me. I even came without guards, for it made the travel easier. I did not expect much resistance, but you can understand how I was not quick to run out and attack the horde of kobolds all by myself. If I were to set up an enclave here, I would bring guards and slaves, though I would keep the slaves in the compound so as not to offend the other residents. Sorry, Zarin, but I can't allow you to bring slaves to this village. The enclave would be considered Thavian soil, and I would not traffic in the slaves, neither to buy nor sell. They would remain in the compound and belong only to me. Besides, I guarantee that their lives would be far better out here than they would be if they remained in Thay. I do not mistreat my slaves. It is uneconomical. Sorry, but no. I will not help you spread your vile evil into this more or less untainted part of the world. It is minds like yours that start wars when there is room for peaceful prosperity. I can see that we will not be seeing eye to eye. Therefore I shall depart, and you can keep the stench of your provincial small town. I refuse to spend even another minute here. I hope these kobold invaders destroy your entire village. Yes. No, I don't want to deal with red wizards of Thay. Truly, I do not. So. Dashnea's vision of my future is interesting, to say the least. Let's get my helmet on after all, out here. Flail out. Maybe the Elven Hunter knows more. We'll see. No signs of extra invaders? It seems not. Hail again, elf.
I greet you.
Greetings once again, my friend. Is there something I can do for you? Well, you know, I feel like I've been rude. I've talked to you quite a bit, and I don't even know your name. Who are you? My name is Ferran Valiantot, Ranger and Arcane Archer of the High Forest Wood Elves, at your service. Quite powerful then. So, if I may, why are you here in the foothills to begin with? I am hunting, if you must know. My quarry here is the elusive Shadowheart. Indeed, it is a rare and wondrous beast, white as the snow all around us, possessing the unique ability to vanish into the winds. I am loath to kill such a magnificent beast, but I simply must have its horns. They are part of the only cure for an illness my wife has contracted, I'm afraid. Really? Curious, her wife is sick. And the horns of this elk, more or less, could cure it? How does one hunt a beast who disappears? He does not vanish entirely. Indeed, if you have ever seen a blink dog, the Shadowheart moves very similarly. It teleports at short distances away in order to flee. This does not make it impossible to hunt, but it does make it very difficult. Still, I have no choice. I must have those horns or perish in the attempt. Then I will go, and I may help you. Very well. It is good to meet you, friend. Another time, perhaps. Curious. Kill a deer, save an elf. Very well. Though I am not a, I am not a hunter, nor a very skilled tracker. But I do have the alertness feat from spending so much time inside that crypt. What is my spot skill, huh? 4. It's not 0. Looking for tracks. Brown bear near death. Oh. This is awkward. I can't finish off in good conscience. Still near death. Oh. I guess it went into the woods. I gained points towards good. Although in truth I maybe should have finished it off so it couldn't threaten the villagers, but... What's through this little channel here? Normally I'd fear the cold, given that I'm wearing metal and it's Arctic temperatures here, but my necklace keeps me warm enough, I suspect. And you are not... No, you are not the Shadowheart. You are not white as the snow. In truth, I don't even know what I'm looking for, honestly. I'm just wandering around rather aimlessly. Again, I'm not an experienced archer nor tracker, so I am likely ill-suited to this task. East to the village of Blumberg. Yes, I was correct. South to the High Forest. North of the High Pass. South Blumberg. More tracks here. Ah, yes, this must lead to the Nether Mountains. There are many small humanoid tracks, seemingly running to and fro in the area, probably belonging to kobolds. And there seem to be far more of the older tracks heading towards Hilltop than returning to the mountains in the north. Yeah, it's likely the group that split off and went into the crypt, and those that were picked off by the gnolls. Same tracks? Indeed. Oh. Ah. Whoa. Ow! What the? Ah. Caught me off guard there. Strength. Alright, kobolds. Let's try that again, shall we? Oh. Seems I have some assistance here. Heal this kid quickly. Constitution decreased, huh? Only by a single point, though still very irritating. Kobolds must have had poisonous crossbow bolts. Well, thank you, you two. Who are you, though? Nathan Hurst. The dark skin of this dwarf reveals his race to be one of the Grey Dwarves, or Duergar. He has a grim demeanor and a wary eye. Oi, just a minute, you.
Hey, I'll tell ye.
Oh there, stranger. If you come looking for treasures, just keep on going or you'll find no easy pickings in my home. Nathan Hurst has a spirit more fierce than a dozen wolves. So tell me who you are and where you be from, that I might know whether you'll be friend or foe. Relax, good dwarf. I am Rayle, a pupil of Drogon's back at Hilltop. Ah, Drogon, I know the old dwarf. We have shut a glass hole through on a cold night. I think I remember you now. I saw you from a distance when I was speaking with Drogon. Be welcome then, but know that you have come in hard times, and look not to me for great hospitality. I see. Have you been bothered by kobolds as well? Aye, there's been some trouble with the wee scaly folk, but there have always been trouble from one group of monsters or another. We defend what be ours, with little worry for them. The reason this be a dark time is that me daughter, Becca, has been kidnapped, and I can't leave my pregnant wife, who be so close to term. The babe could come at any moment, but I swear to Entair, when the child is born I shall have the hill giant for supper, that the drunken old rumgut will rue the day he turned to villainy. Curious. Tell me more, perhaps I could help. A hill giant, you say? Ah, there be this hill giant named Rumgut, on account of his serious drinking habits. Despite being a bit strange, he actually made a fair neighbor, as he never got along with goblins. Never had any serious problem with him until now. 2 days ago I'd be milking me cows when all of a sudden I hear my daughter screaming. I'd go running just in time to see Rumgut run off with a sack over his shoulder. He took her with his cave, which is in somewhere in the hills of the west. Would you be willing to help your poor child? Absolutely. I can help you out, Nathan. I see that Drogon trained a fine young lad indeed. Go to the west and you shall find his cave. Be careful though. He might not be the smartest fellow, but he still be strong, like all his kind. I see, well, may as well, and thanks to you actually saving my life from those kobolds there, I may have died. I did not expect them. I was off guard and unprepared with my magic. Same tracks. In fact, let's actually prepare this time. Protection from evil. And bull strength. Come on, high roll. Not bad, 4. Alright. I'm ready for the kobolds now. Oh, a black. A black bear. Looks like it just had dinner in the form of kobold. Maybe I was too harsh on the animals. Maybe they're not too bad. No sign of the cave or this shadow heart that Ferran mentioned. Nothing. Oh. Aha, here's the cave. Open wolves. Durable wolves at that. Ow. One less. Unfortunate miss. Better. A good hit. Yes. Cure moderate wounds quickly. Wolves are quite fierce. The bears seem quite docile, though. Ah, their leather hides. I could use those to make some armor. But in truth, I have neither the inventory space nor a dagger to properly skin them. So I will simply leave them there. Loose rocks. What is this? Curious. Well, I believe this to be the cave of this hill giant. Indeed, rum gets oh my goodness. Singing, sort of. Rum got be so happy with wife who can cook. Me not really care at all how she look. She may be small, but me know have fit. When she be cooking, it no smell like. Hey, well, what you be doing here? You should no be in me cave, unless you here for me to eat. You want me should get me wife to cook you? What's my persuasion skill? Yeah, no. You have a wife now, Hill Giant? Sure. See me pretty wife in cage? In corner of cave? She be good cook. Maybe you hop in pot and me show you how good she cook. Can I ask you some questions, Giants? Me can try. Me memory be good, but short. What you want to know? Why do you want a wife? Me all grown up and me be lonely. And it not like me own cooking so much. Me wife be real good cook. Me know someday she grow up like me and then we be good couple. We will bash each other on heads. And yell and make little ones. Just like me mother and father done. Why don't you find someone more your size, Rumgut? Oh, she will grow up and be me size someday. There not be anyone else me size around here. She will grow up, me sure. But she's a dwarf. No, she just be small person, but she will grow. Someday she be like me mom, and be big too. No, that's as big as she gets. No, me was that small one time too, when me be young, but then me grow up. But you're a giant, she's not. No, me just big person. She be this big too, someday. You maybe not get this big someday, cause you likely die before you grow. You got big mouth and be kind of ugly. I'm fully grown. Prove it. Me no believe you. You have to trust me, she's not gonna be a happy wife for you. Darn. No. You no can make me not love me wife. She great cook. Now be gone or me throw you in cage with wife. Actually, it's not a bad idea. Sure, lock me up. Maybe me make go into supper later. You get in cage. I suspect that small cave-in could be my ticket out of here. Psst, back up. There we go. I cannot believe you got yourself thrown in here with me. When I first saw you, I thought I had a rescue had come at last. Now you'd be just another mouth to feed, or maybe the next main dish. So how do you imagine we got out of this little predicament, might I ask? Ah, rat! Kill it! Relax. Where did it come from, though? I do not know. I thought the rocks over there were just a bit of a cave-in. I never thought to check them out. First, please, kill the rat. Alright, fine. Oh, thank you. Check where it came from, too. Maybe there'll be hope after all. Fine, I'll kill the rat. Watch me die to a rat. That'd be awful. Nope. Rumgut so distracted? Indeed. A pile of stones. Behind this pile of rocks, you see a small, darkened crawl space. A possible escape route. If only one was to brave the darkness. Now let's grab Becca and crawl into it and see where it leads. Ooh. Outside the cave, I suspect. Aha! Thank you for saving me life. I thought I was going to be stuck married to that giant with his huge belly and tiny mind forever. If you go to me father's farm in the east, I assure you he wants to thank you and give you a reward. I'll meet you there then. Thank you again, kind sir. Yeah, I'll help her get back. And hopefully the drunken stupor of the giant will be gone, and he won't remember a thing. So, interestingly enough, the bears seem awfully docile, whereas the wolves and the rats are the problem. A druid I would not be good at. Clearly. And still no sign of this shadow heart. But again, I'm not a tracker. Regardless, there's Becca and there's Nathan. Let's see how they're doing.
Hail to ye!
Miltagara's come back to me and she tells me that I have ye to thank for it. Do not be thinking that I do not recognize how hard you worked for it. A little reward for you. A little something I picked up in my old adventuring days. Try this one on for size and see if it be a worthy gift. You've always been welcome in my little home. If ever you need a safe haven to rest, just come on back, my friend. Most curious. Well, thank you, sir. And I am out of healer's kits. Well, I may take him up on his offer to have lodgings. I guess I should keep looking for this shadow heart. Let's have a look-see.